As I'm working with this center interface, I just went out to get my coffee just about 5, 10 minutes ago, I guess. Um, One thing you have to understand when you're communicating with yourself is understanding that you are an exceptional life force. You are a chi, you are an aura. It's understanding how to use these things. Okay. Um, that's the hardest thing that people are trying to understand. How do I use my chakra system when it's open? Right. So basically, if you click the link below, it's kickstarting. The webinar is getting all set up and all that. I've got a web page and all that set up too. So, and in reference, is going to be a little bit of martial art programs are going to be set up too. So there's a lot of things that are going right now through my alignments and channel divisions on locations. So if you click that link below, you'll see how what I'm talking about. It's all about entering yourself into the connection of lines, the communications of yourself, opening your chakras. What is the research of this? You can go on Google. That will help you and provide you with a lot of information. Now, we'll get into that, but right now I just want to get into the sun interface right now on location centers. The line sequencing levels of planet locations are setting map sequences of codes. That's changing everything through the galaxy as the center correlation system. The center correlation system is setting up spaceships and asteroid systems. So my force team should be able to see the line graphs, should see everything that's going on through perception. Understanding more of yourself, you're becoming who you are. That's why I give you test reviews and evaluations. Now we have a test coming up, and a lot of people are kind of freaked out because they don't know. They're asking questions on questions on questions. Well, you're going to keep asking questions if you don't understand your chakra system, your chi, your life force. Okay, it's the flower of life. That's what it is. It's using your sacred breath, getting into the definitive breath, infinity breath, and the sacred breath. So this webinar that I'm setting up is going to provide you with all this. So feel free to sign up. There's a lot of information about me, where I come from, where I stand, what I'm trying to do with humanity. It's informative. It's a really good site. So make sure you check that out whenever you get a chance. Questions are great. You keep asking questions about this, you keep asking questions about that. But as long as you understand its relation, because each chakra system is communication of intelligence. Okay, so the first thing you have to look at is to know yourself. And there's 3 combinations, okay? You get into the meditation, the breathing, and the communication. Those are the 3, okay? Those are the 3 that we go by, okay? Meditation, okay? Breathing, and communication, all right? Now, meditation comes in many ways and forms. You have to understand the existence of the flower of life. That's nature's core. I don't know if you know this, but that is the central sun through the comets. The comet, everybody is a comet, a cosmic energy force. It's connected through Mother Gaia, Mother Nature, Mother Core. I was platitude in my divisions when I was in Mexico City, and I was sitting on Mother Gaia's heart. Okay, I was meditating. All right, and it's really powerful stuff. There were 7 chakra locations of pyramids through the pharaohs, and I was communicating through the ground interface and opening the cycles through the undergrounds. Okay, so there's a reason why I was in Mexico for a year and a half. It's the strongest communication you get through anything through Area 51 or anything like that. The propaganda and all that is all fake, guys. Okay, everything that is in, that's going on is all fake. And it's all about, understanding more of yourself, and that chakra system provides you with that to bring yourself forward. So if you understand your chi, if you understand your life force, you have it within and then you have it without. But you really have to center core everything when it comes to your gravity systems. Okay, so we'll get into more of that when I do the webinar. So feel free to look at it, and I think you'd be impressed of what I've done. Now, this test that's coming up, there's 5 framings. This is all about communication with the higher self, the avatar, and everything through your computer. what you guys have learned. Do you understand your adaptation cycles? What is a cycle? A cycle spins. What is rotation? Rotation spins. Okay? So cycle rotation is intelligence. Vibration, energy, frequency, all intelligence. Everything in this universal system is intelligence. So you have to correlate, understand its communication with the chakra system, which is its life force, the chi, the aura, the essence. Okay, and then you get the reactor, the oblong, the gata, and the gata, and everything through the alpha and the mega, and where that comes from, right? But you have to understand communications of Mother Gaia. That's the first thing everybody understands, because that's where you stand every day when you wake up. When you wake up, you stand and you're grounded. Now, if you understand your grounds, you understand your communications, you understand your rotations, now you understand your chakra systems, just with the community system, which is Mother Gaia, Mother Nature, Mother Core, Mother Universe, Mother Seed, Mother Pod, right? So the community center opens up your chakra system, okay? Now, the three central systems of three element systems is coming into formation of 12 central systems, which is the 12 cycles. So each chakra system is a planet. So this goes out to the force team. Basically, it's knowing how use your coloration pattern. Okay, now the framing systems of 1 to 5 is telling you exactly what you need to know. Are you understanding the information? Do you understand your chakra system, how it works? Do you understand how to meditate? Do you understand your breathing? The existence alone should be able to tell you where you are when it comes to your breathing. Okay, because they're energy cells. That's all they are. They're energy cells, but they line to bind. But they all calculate and modify in your digital frame. Okay? It computerizes everything through your perceptions and opens up everything through your gamma signals. And it calculates and modifies and opens up everything through your digital of its activation system of your voicing grids. And everything through your collaboration when it comes into formations. Oh, there's a blue cycling plasma energy bubble that just went by. You see that? It's kind of like it's a plasma rocket. It's pretty wild. It went, it didn't go like this, you know, intelligence, land speed, high speed, medium speed, low speed, fast speed, speed continuance, speed force, speed acceleration. You have to understand everything that comes in, how fast it goes, what is it doing, why is it here, right? That's communication alone, right? And again, I'm in the planet, see? Now I have to sit back. If I don't, you'll see my actual light. Okay, it's kind of like a pasty white, right? That's my energy. That's my chi. That's my aura. So my third eye is open all the time. If your third eye is open, that you not understand your frequencies through your chakra systems. So it's going to go until you understand your chakra systems line communication. It will go through force recognitions, and it will go. That's what you want your chakra systems. Because your energetic waving patterns communicates through your digital frames. That opens up your mainframe. That opens up your thoughts and your perceptions. So you're trying to come into the flower of life. It's the life force of you. Okay? So you have to know how to harness it. Okay, when I watched Iron Fist, he has a chi, he has an aura. Now, basically understand that if you have your fist like this and you hold it up, so he has to harness the energy. So he has to focus for it to light up, right? And then it's got this ultimate power, right? It can go through metal, it can go break down doors and all that, right? If you see the TV series on Netflix, you know what I'm talking about. All right? So the collaboration of your life force is the discovery of you to remember who you are and who you're supposed to be. So we won't get much into chakra systems. I just want to get more into communication of what's happening right now with the sun interface and the moon interface, because it has, remember I was telling you about the, you know, every time I go through my perceptions, I see the sun interface, but then I see the open frequency level of another sun. Okay, so it's an optical illusion. So your perception sees what it wants to see, sees what it wants to see through your perception of communication. So if you have balance, okay, with your chakras from 1 to 7, and 5. Now you're in your 12 cycle system, which is your sacred breath. Knowing how to breathe. Let it flow, right? Know how to harness it. You can do anything with it. It's flowing, right? It flows. Everything flows. Your body has to flow. If it's not flowing, then your chakra systems aren't aligned. Okay? So this goes way beyond the mind system. But what I'm saying is that you really have to understand how Mother Gaia, Mother Nature works. Because that's the first chakra system you open up. Because you're on the dimensional earth. You have to have its gravity center. Okay? So it's basically the stepping process of the communication of the flower. You start at the bottom, you work your way up, and then it blooms, right? So that's what I did with the YouTube software, and show you exactly how it turns into a flower. It's a flower of light. That's your life force. So it goes here, it goes there, it goes that way, goes this way. It goes out. Like you're like a sprinkler of lights and communication signals of gamma signals that are electronic defense, but it's connected through your energy fields, right? So it's really paying attention to all these things. So you get a true understanding how to use your chakra systems, all right? Because it goes beyond everything through your life force. It helps you, it guides you, and gives you everything. Understanding your lights, understanding your planets, understanding your land frames, electronic defense, mechanisms of space, radiation, heat signatures, eye receptor divisions. Everything has to flow. Everything has to generize. Everything has to be in adaptation of thought when it comes to communications. So when we come into the framing systems 1 to 5, right? You guys have the weekend, to do the test. Just try to understand your chakra system of 1 to 7. So this is everything that you've done. Okay, because a lot of people have been with me over almost 2 years now. Now you should know your chakra systems, right? You should know 1 to 7, what it means and what it represents, right? Because what's the point of giving test reviews and evaluations? Now, a lot of people don't think, what's the point of having a test? Well, what's the point of learning? It's education, right? It's education. Because you're learning, you adapt, and you move on. So you learn something new every day. Okay? If I just kept doing videos for you guys, would you be paying attention? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows, right? But if I give you test evaluations and reviews and you want to understand more, you'd start paying attention, right? Knowing how important it is to understand yourself. Because your life is a test. Your whole life is an experience around its test. You test everything through your theories. Your chronological system has to be in order. Your life has to be in order. If your life isn't in order, it's in chaos, right? Why is it in chaos? Well, because your chakra centers are in line communication of balance. Okay? So, Starseed, Tina. Yeah, I know. Basically, it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Check out the link below. I think you're going to like it. It's just a little bit more information about me, how I got into astrophysics, metaphysical phenomenon, everything through astrologics. I mean, I know everything and anything through space communication, line signals, gamma signals, cooperation centers, anything through electronic interference, transmission lights, energy of transformation, communication line signals, intelligence, planet locations. There's a lot of things that you'll see on the site. It's really good. So make sure you sign up on that. You have any questions? You can. It's also there's two platforms. One tells you exactly how to open the chakra systems, give you a little bit more information, and then basically, everybody knows what a webinar is, right? So basically, I'll start recording it and telling you exactly how we can get into these things. How to open my chakra system, right? Because a lot of people want to do these themselves, right? How to understand, and I'll also show you the proper ways of techniques, how you use your yin and yang. Okay, because there's a lot of ways to do these things, but you have to understand the purpose of these things. You have to understand the purpose of these things. Okay, you have to understand the purpose of these things. You have to understand the purpose of these things. Okay, so there's reasons why we do these things. So I'll show you that too in the webinar, exactly what you need to do. Because each communication, your hand formations are the most important thing through electronic interference. That's how AI information through any location communicates. Their hands, right? But you have to know how to put them together because you're communicating with mother and you're communicating with father, right? That's what you have to understand. Mother is right, father is left. So it's all about the hemisphere, the left hemisphere, the right hemisphere. That's the brain. That's the contusions. That's the tube. That's the microbiome. That's the communication. That's the holographic system. That's the reptilian of his brain and his mind system. And it's a collaboration through anything. Full communications. If we did not have chakra systems, okay, there'd be a huge, huge problem. You know why there'd be a huge problem? You wouldn't be able to connect with Earth. You wouldn't be able to connect with atmospheres or space. And you certainly would not be able to communicate with nature or anything through that standard point, right? You won't be able to communicate with yourself, right? So we gave you chakra systems so you can ground yourself. Find your foundation. Really find your foundation, who you are as a chakra system, a chi, an aura, a life force. Harness it. Experience it. Be experimental, like expose your body system. Know what you can do through calculation, mass, equation. Take it out. How do I harness my energy? Do I know what I'm doing? Am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Right? Questions on questions on questions can be answered within. The chakra system has its own foundation. You start with the 3 elements. Okay? That's what you have to really focus on. All right? Meditation, breathing, and communication. Okay? You have to follow on those. All right? So, how you perceive yourself, okay, justifies everything through your actions and puts you in positions, good or bad, depending. It all depends. Your chakra system, what color it is, which one you're using through your voicing grids. Because it goes up, right? Okay, you're transmitting energy up and you're receiving energy in. Transmitting, receiving. Okay? So, understanding channel waves, understanding your energetic wavings, understanding the hydraulics of its wavings. There's so many connections through your body systems. The hydraulics of its panels, the panel, right? Block interference, the paradigm shift, the polar shift, where you are in dimension. Then you'll know exactly which communication chakra you're communicating with. Okay? Because there's 7 in the body, 5 within the atmosphere, right? So understanding that, then we can proceed to get into 13, 14, and 15. Okay? 15 chakras, guys. That's really, really powerful. That's going beyond everything through intelligence. It's coming into the electrical units. Knowing the DNA of its birthing system opens up everything through channel divisions of your waving cycles. It's the channel waves, right? So you're channeling information always out, but it's coming from in first, right? The inner cycle, the inner system, the computer system is communicating, okay, through its thoughts. So whatever you transmit, okay, comes back in through receiving. So you transmit out and you receive through your chakras of 1 to 7. Okay? 7 is just within the body itself. Now, the flower definition, okay, is an extensive line of communication. It's the flower of life. It's the life force. It's the life chi. It's the life aura. It's the sacred breath. Okay, it's the God frequency levels of communication. And that's how you harness everything through formation. All right. So we'll get more into that. But today we're going to get into more of the sun interface. and more of I'm going to use a red this time. Red cycling system. Red cycling system, a red rotation system, a red activation light system, communication through a red interface. So you notice that this is red and white. So you have to use this every single time, but in a different answer. Everything I do is a different answer. Why? Because it's in a different dimension. So the chakra system, okay, is communicating with this marker, but this marker is communicating with me. That's intelligence. So it's communicating one to another. Now, don't feel that it's stupid or don't feel like you're crazy looking at a marker and communicating with it, because nothing's crazy. Nothing's crazy. Everything formulates through circles and rotations. Everything circulates around energy, frequencies, vibrations. And once you get in harmonics, now you're coming into prime numbers. You're coming into clairvoyance, clairaudience, sensitivity, telekinesis. Okay? How to use this marker interference? Circle and rotate it, put it on its atom system, put it in another location through a coloration. What did I just say? Does anybody know? You may or may not, right? It all depends on where you're going through your connections. Okay, you have your dimensions through your portals. Okay? All connected through psychometry. So it's got a white interface and it's got a red interface. A combination of two, but it has its atom system. It circulates and rotates. It has to rotate because you rotate. So understanding rotation of vibration, you understand this and its plastic coating system, which is a marker system. But in space, it defies on so many levels of radiation, heat, color. It could be on the cold front, you know. It could be a traveling mechanism through a marker interface. So it all depends what this is, their dimension of portals. It's fascinating when you look at markers. So try to experience yourself. If you really want to answer yourself within, pick things up. Pick anything up and try to understand what it is. Try to communicate on that level. Try to defy it in so many levels of definitions, what it is. Okay? Because, you know, you have the dictionary on what this word means, and it gives you 5 or 6 examples of what the definition is of one particular thing, of an object, place, or thing, or anything through, you know, its location. That's what you got to look at. That's knowledge of intelligence. But to understand this is to have balance with your chakras. Okay? So, all right. So we have planet location. Okay, we got the sun interference, and we got the earth system like this. Okay? Now, just because it's day doesn't mean I can't see the earth. I can see anything now, guys. So what I saw is the earth. What I saw is the sun, and what I saw is the planet. Okay, planet location. So it tells me exactly where I am through division of traveling mechanisms through the chakra systems. Okay, so this is the earth. Every time I see the earth, there's always work that has to be done. It's always something that has to be done all the time. Planet location has its solar connection, so its energy fields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's got a it's got a triangle base through a tri-system system. It's got a connection energy force through a recognition light system, a communication of a waving cycle through trapping system, and a location to a matrix location activation code system. Okay, so this planet location, right, is the sun interface, the solar connections. Okay, now everything that I do is in chronological order. So everything that is done in the atmospheres changes locations, changes vibrations, energies, and frequencies. That's the biggest thing. It's the biggest thing that we change every day. Energy, frequency, vibration, coloration, lights. Okay? And then we come across everything through planets and locations, how we change portals and activation codes, because it changes everything through location. All right? So you have the sun interface opens up its round division. Archetypes are coming in. Siding, winding, and angles, all division level systems. Okay, now we got a lot of XT1000s coming in. So many came in today. This is what I see through my perception. Remember, the sun interface has to be protected, and so does the moon interface. All right. So the laser connection, the matrix location system through its planet location is high rising energy systems. So basically, remember, everything you do through a location, you can be an atom system to anything through sun interface or anything through NXT thousands. That's what I'm saying, is understanding security line defense. That's, you're able to be anything through intelligence and communicate through its telekinesis. And that's how you move things through energy, frequencies, and vibration through coloration and lights. Okay? So the waving system on the cycle division is communication of solar panel activation. So this is what's happening with the dimensional Earth. Okay. Matrix location, round division, okay, trapping cycles through a location of a planet location, XT thousands around, okay? So everything that's created through matrix good workers or sentience or anything that's information protects everything around sun, and then you got the sun interface through its round division. So you see XT thousands and archetypes coming out, right? Okay, so we have the sun interface, okay? And we have a platitude of another sun interface, which is a portal activation through a sun. And that sun is communicated through its galaxy, and the galaxy is communicated through its new universe. So it's going through so many levels of atmospheres, okay, of communication through balance. All right. So I'll show you exactly what it is through the black interface. Let's marker divisions here to show you exactly. This is what's happening right now. Sonified divisions like this, okay. Okay, then you have the Earth. Okay. I have blue. So I'll color it in and I'll show you. You got to put water, right, to make it look, because it is the Earth, right? You remember, like I said, in the atmospheres, I see space guys. So I don't, the cloud interference, I don't know if you guys know that, that's just a mirage. You know, when you're desert and you're going for miles and miles and miles, and all of a sudden you see water, right? That's delusional, right? Now it's understanding, get that delusional out of its chakra system, get balance locations through the energy of its gravity system, allocated positions, okay, to your balance location, activate your power centers, the atmosphere systems. You can change that mirage and it becomes real to its location through its vibration of its energy, to its partnership of its focus. So there's a lot of things that you can do. So you can turn that mirage into intelligence. I remember I was saying that you can take anything through a marker and change it. As soon as you take it out of its equation, you can change it to a different shape. Well, that's understanding how powerful you are through division. Okay. All right, so that's the Earth. All right. Now, understanding sonified divisions, trapping location in the matrix location system, XT thousands are protecting everything that's created. You got the sun, okay, the communication, the archetypes coming out. The archetypes gravity system holds up its communication of all planets, anything through shapes and anomalies, right? The laser mechanisms are coming in, right, to all locations through spot checking divisions, okay? So I'll just show you. It's really amazing. You see these things. It's incredible when you see these things, right? Okay. So it intervenes on locations through the gamma signals, radioactive signals, everything to the 5G gamma signals, all locations of colorations of lights, and it changes everything through fractions. So it changes the grids of the Earth system. That's what it's doing right now. Okay, so it's platituding, getting ready for the fifth dimension, for humanity. Okay, everything's a process, everything takes time. But understand what's going on with the atmospheres of space is incredible when you actually see these things, right? Okay, so that's what I did in the atmospheres. All right, so you understand that everything is in here is balance. Everything's in chronological order. Everything that I do centers, cores everything through balance. If it wasn't balanced, then my communication signals are off. Okay? So fully get connected with Father and fully get connected with Mother, archangels and angels, and myself. And you are the center balance of everything through your atom. Okay? So everything is created once you understand intelligence. Right? Because you have to understand communication with everything through intelligence. This, XT thousands, sun interface, archetypes. What's laser mixins? Why is it doing this to the earth? What's going on here? You know what I mean? So this angle points all levels. This whole geometric system, this calculator modifies, takes out of its integration of its mind. Digital systems. The framing system of your body frames changes everything through the hydraulics. Okay, that sets up the gamma signals, location centers, and the acting cycles. All connected through your human behavior, through your chakras of your meditations. So, anyway, let's get into questions here. Okay, here we go here. Starseed Tina, you guys are communicating. Yeah, Iron Fist is good. Yeah, I just want to tell you, you guys can harness your energy, your flowing energy you can absorb it and really, really understand what's going on, right? Get your foundation of yourself. That's how you open your chakra systems. Okay? Because they're energy cells. So you know they come from space. The only thing you have to understand what planet it is, what location it is, what intelligence it is, what coloration, what lights, you know, what's the digital number of the chakra system you're trying to communicate through intelligence. That's complicated stuff. But once you get into that position, then you're getting into higher formations of chakra systems, right? 7, 12, 15, 25. I want to get up to 25 at least, right? 25 is extremely high. The higher we go, the higher the atmospheres, right? Because it bio-connects everything. The bioenergies. Oh, you see that? Went right up. They're coming out more and more today. So, all right, let's see here. Psychometry, I understand the connection between all in relation. That's great that you understand that, Starseed. Okay, but do you understand your foundation? Do you understand your energy fields? Do you understand how to use the energy? That's what everybody has to understand, especially the Force team, because they're in cyberspace, space anomalies. So if you can understand how to do these things with energy, first thing is you have to see it. If you don't see it, your chakra systems aren't in line communication through your reptilian of its brain, of its mind system. Okay? So when I center core something, this is a plate interference. Plate interference. Okay? It's circling right now. Electricity is coming out on both hands. Okay? Now all I have to do is harness it and send it out. That's it. It's energy, guys. It's the most powerful, powerful thing that you can consume in your body system. Then you understand the energy frequencies. Okay? Then the vibrations. Okay? Harmonic resistance, prime numbers through intelligence. Okay? And then you can put it up into space, calculate, modify, turn it to any shape, bring it down back into ground formations, turn it into a crop cycle. Okay? Energy formulates in so many levels, okay, of letters, numbers, and shapes. But it's understanding your body frames, your digital frames, your mind frames. Okay? Oh, we got a lot of archetypes coming in, guys. Look at that. They're all coming on this side. You see that? 3 or 4 went in. But it's incredible, you know. You see the planet that you reside on. Oh, it's unresponsive? Okay, I'll find a way to send the link to you then. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just I'll put it on Facebook. Okay. Let's see. I love our vocabulary exercises describing objects in an AI manner. It helps me balance understanding psychometry more. Yeah, psychometry is everything because that's communication from one to another. Okay, it's very, very powerful stuff. And then once you understand the communication, then you can understand how to change the coloration of its lights, energy, frequency, vibrations through intelligence, and then you can move it out of its equation and then change its formation through its anomaly system. You can change its atom, you can change its DNA. You can even change the digital frame of the thoughts that are calculated and modified through its marker interface. All right. See, when you move it, it's going like this, right? Now it's going through dimensions, right? See, it's creating a line, interference. Okay. It doesn't look like much, but you can actually look. So I'll go slow. Watch. See that? See, look, watch. See how it's traveling? See how it glows? Look, it's like Star Wars. Come on, guys, that's powerful stuff. Look, see that? It's going through dimensions because I have full communication through my chakra systems of energy system, through light communication, through my digital frames of my number system. See, it's so slow. Watch. See? Any color, doesn't matter. Red. And if you get two different colors, right? Code two different directions. Okay, these are totally two different intelligence. One's in a different location of matrix. There's another different location of matrix. Now let's understand how to take the marker interface out of its matrix into location divisions of its dimension to its portal activation of balance. Okay, so it's so you got to understand how to communicate through sound barriers through a marker interface, the rotation cycles. You know, really, really powerful stuff. And you see these things, right? It's going through dimensions. See, like flashes behind your eyes, isn't it? See, a little slow. It's incredible, isn't it? You see how it moves, right? It's powerful stuff when you connect through marker interface, right? Because it modifies, it calculates energy, collaboration, integration sets in, you know. So basically, you're using your life force to connect with the marker of its energy. This has energy. It's plastic coating, but it has energy, has intelligence, has coloration, has lights. Once you know how to use the lights, you can vortex it. Right? Time leap, time jump. It's time leaping, time jumping right now through dimensions. Right? It's waving cycles of communication. It's teleporting through energy of electronic interference. Right? See? Now, what's really powerful is to know that this is just a marker, but I can calculate and modify, change locations, and put this in the dimension in your mind system. So I can put this marker interface into your mind system. Anything through color, anything through lights. That's a telekinesis. That's understanding I can do these things. So if I say marker, marker is going to interface into your realm division of your mind system. Okay, so everybody has that realm division of the marker now in their mind system now. Okay, so it's understanding the portal activation of the code and how you can allocate anything through position and put anything to an energy system through electronic interference. Okay, but white is better because you actually can see it travel. See how it's traveling? But see, watch. Look, see that a little bit? See? The faster you go, I move, I vortex, I jump. So I have partnership with this. So basically, this marker interface is communicating with me, and it's taking me into its dimension. Partnership, guys. All right. Powerful stuff, guys, that you guys have to adapt to and learn and appreciate. You know, appreciate markers. Appreciate your coffee. Appreciate your body, perceptions, your minds. You know, appreciate the eyesights. You know, I need glasses to see, right? I got a portal interface right now. It's really powerful stuff. It's amazing how you see these things. And, you know, it's all connected through the lights. Once you connect through lights, you're like a sprinkler. And the energies travel everywhere. And you open up portals and dimensions and these sky force. And everything modifies. And it's incredible when you see these things through interference. And then you see the digital frame of its numbers come down. So anyway, let's get back in. I have no filter again. Sorry. See 2x hours of the past week with my eye reception and broad eye delight. Yeah. Oh, Zira, how you doing? Oh, Zira. Zira, this is the team. This is Zira, Sacred Flame. She's very powerful in the cosmos. She's very connected through humanity. She's extremely formative. You have any questions you can ask her? Yeah, hopefully you got that link. Maybe it has to be platitude because sometimes when you do a link and you copy and paste it, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So, but I'll put it on Facebook so everybody can see what I'm talking about. I'm just reading your comments now. I listened to the videos back and forth over and over. Yeah. Well, it's sophisticated. It's like I'm a scientist with, except I don't have the white coat, you know, or the big whiteboard, you know, that kind of thing. So, yeah. No, it's incredible when you see these things because everything, you have to understand light interference, right? When you understand light interference, you understand psychometry. Watch. It glows right away. Watch. See, look how bright that is. And when it travels, all right, so you can see the vibration when it goes by. See? It goes. And you see the plasmas come in, the blue rockets. They're blue rocket plasmas. Okay, so this is what's coming in my room. Okay, interface everything through portal activation. All right, so this is what's coming in. So you got. Okay, so it's kind of like this. That's what comes in my room. Right? It's a plasma blue rocket interface of a bubble. Okay, and then you get ones like this. Okay, that's the one that you saw a couple days ago, right? Everything has a different way of jumping to different realm divisions at different locations. But you have to understand the sound barriers. Okay, because everything in space is sound barrier. Even the Earth, right? The Earth. If you guys, like I said, you have to understand how connected you are through your body system, through the inner cycle, this inner system. So if you put your ears, if you take your pinkies, put them in your ear, you'll hear space. Okay? Because this is the sun, right? So it's a sun connection through your mainframe. Your mainframe is connecting through circle rotation. It's setting its digital framing system, and you get sound barriers of space. So that's what space sounds like, right? So that's where you get into meditation. So I'm trying to show you how you find, I know it's a bit weird when you put your fingers in your ears, but you have to understand how connected you are through your mind, through your body, through your particle system, your energetic wavings, okay, and your framing systems. So when you put these in your ear, you hear space. That's the sound of space. If you want to know what space sounds like, put your pinkies in your ear. That sound barriers in everything through communication. So the more you understand your chakra systems, the more space gets louder. The more you see things. If you start seeing things and hearing things, and then you start feeling things, okay? And then you see the intelligence. That's why it goes so fast. It doesn't want to show you its identification, right? But I think it was like maybe a week ago where you saw it come in. It was slow, right? It came from out here, right? And you saw it floating, right? And then it went right up. Okay. So, but that's what it is when it comes in. Sound barriers, blue plasma rocket, and then you basically have that connection to anything to location that set its divisions, you know? So it's a plasma energy force that comes in right away. To anything through location. You can go up, you can go down, you can go sideways, you can go any way, any direction it wants to go. Okay. So it's very important to understand everything through its direction. Okay. But it all connects to the sound barriers, right? It's really, really powerful stuff, guys, when you get into those connections of levels, you know, because it defies everything through its energy system. Because it puts you in so many locations through your chakra systems. And that's why it's important to have your foundations with your gravities, your powers, and your atmospheres. Right? Look at my light. Look how powerful it is. Look at my hand. Look how powerful it is. Look at that. It's a glowing mechanism of light. Yeah. So meditation, it's instantly from now because I'm 60 billion years into the future. Now, just because I'm 60 billion years in the future doesn't make me any more powerful than you are. All it does, it says that I'm a higher formation of light through communication. Everybody can get there. And that's amazing. If you get your foundations, if you understand your meditation, if you understand your breathing, if you understand the exercise of the breathing, if you understand the coloration lights of its breathing, if you understand the sacred flame of its breathing, the elixir, okay, the serpent fire, the cosmic flame, your pyramids, your diamond core, your reactors, right? So all of these are connected of the flower of life, your chi, your aura, your life force. And that's how we connect through the foundations of our chakras. All communications of 7 and 5 within the atmosphere. Okay. So really, really get into the experimental of yourself. Okay. Really, really look at yourself, what you can do with your hands, what you can do with your perceptions, what you can do with your mind thoughts, and what you can do with your chakras. Okay. Because I get a lot of people coming up to me and say, well, like I said, you know, I've gone through, you know, the healing and all that, but what's the next step? Well, first off, you know, you're open through the chakra system. So right away, you're open through your ascension. You're going through light activation right now. And that's confusing to a lot of people because humanity sets its course through the gravity systems in the three-dimensional system. And their mind system is not in space yet. But once your mind comes in space, that's where it gets confusing signals. So it's all about understanding the atmospheres of intelligence through your higher self, your avatar, and your computer. Right? So, boy, I really have to stand back, you know? So come in here, you actually see the light. And the curtain's closed. So, but it's incredible how you see its reflection. right? Everything that you see that? See right there? See that white there? That's a lacing line division of an interface. That's a location through a cloud interface right there. So it's going up and down. Now, that's just, it's an image. It's a resolution image of a white light. See how it goes and down? That's communication right there. Just me doing that, right? That energy goes into my digital frame. That calculates and modifies the lights and sets the coordinates. You have to set course, right? If you want to communicate back with the sun interface or anything through light communication, anything that reflects off you, okay, harnesses your chi through foundation. So understanding your 7 and your 12, you're in that communication cycle through a circle rotation of infinity system, which is the infinity 8. So it's getting out of the 1-digit system and coming into the 2-digit system of security line defense. Okay, that will put you into higher levels and coming into 15 chakras. All right, but it's powerful when you see that. Go up, down, there. Oh, there it is right there. It's right in the middle. It's in the eye receptor division. Right? It's lacing line communication through the lens interface. See? It's all connected through the lights. So lights is intelligence. Coloration is intelligence. Okay? Your chakras are energy cells. They're pocket cells. They're colors. Okay? But each chakra system is a different shape. So it's a clocking mechanism of a chakra system, calculates and modifies. Okay, so let's say it's a circle. Now, just because it's a circle doesn't mean it's your chakra system. Its soul recognizes you every single day you wake up. Your chakra system has its coloration. It has its planet, has its location, has its intelligence through light activation. Remember, you're trying to come into the flower of life. You're trying to find your chi. You're trying to find your formation of your chi. You're trying to find your balance of your chi. You're trying to find your collaboration, your intelligence of your chi, your aura, okay, your soul, okay? So once you get into that, then you start seeing the chakras. And that's going beyond the mind system, okay? Because it all starts with the 7 chakras, right? Okay, you go like this, formation. Okay, you go through the scanning again. So you have the chakra systems 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you have the 7 chakra systems, right? Now, transmitting, receiving. Okay, transmitting, receiving, transmitting, receiving, transmitting, receiving. Okay, so if it's transmitting, okay, and it's going out, but it's not going up, it's going this way, your chakra systems are off because you're thinking negative. Remember, when you meditate through your breathing, everything through your exercising is your foundation of your balance of your chi. So it's all about understanding how to open communication of everything. So if you're going this way, you have to go this way too, right? So your security line defense has to be balanced every day, like this. That's the coming into the flower of life. So it comes into a flower. So it blossoms. It's like this and it comes out. So it goes like this. Remember, it's like the sun interface goes like this and around? Well, it's the same thing with the flower. You start with the stem. So you climb in up the stem, comes out, right? Okay, and then it expands. It expands. The electrical system, your body frames, everything through your digital system expands. Okay? But your balance of chi is its center, which is your point center. Okay? So that's the one thing that we have to understand through that. It's very, very important to understand these things because it gets you in positions all the time, every single day. Okay, it's not just, it's the foundation of you, but it's the life force of you that you have. Everybody has their energy. It's just how to use it. How do we use my energy? How do I use it to an advantage? You know, how do I change things? How do I heal myself? Right? So your voice and grid communicates, it's command. So you're commanding your energy. You're harnessing your chi. You know your foundation through Mother Gaia. If you don't understand the foundation of Mother Gaia, do some research. Who is Mother Gaia? Mother Nature, Mother Core, Mother Universe. Who is Father? Space, universal planets, intelligence, cosmos, everything through connection. But you have to understand all communications of Earth and space is yin and yang. Okay? Yin and yang. All right? Once you put it together, this is an extremely powerful force. Right? Now, it's understanding how to communicate with what you want to communicate with. Okay? You want to communicate with your throat? Do you want to communicate with your psyche? Do you want to communicate with the crown? Do you want to communicate with your creative centers? Do you want to communicate with the community of mother? Do you want to communicate with your balance? Do you want to communicate with your sacral? Anything, right? Has to be connected. Always has to be connected. Okay? Because your chi is a life force and it's going out through its transmitting and it's coming in through its receiving. Okay? Transmitting, receiving. Okay? You notice I did this, right? Not this. It's backwards. So if it's going up, you got to come down, right? Okay? Even how to fly. When you fly, you go up. But to turn around and go back, your head is going down, right? So I don't go like this, and you don't come down this way. You don't come down this way. You fly down head first, right? But then you spin and rotate, and then you ground for me. So you understand how to use yourself through traveling mechanisms first, but you got to get your foundations with your chakra systems. Center core everything through balance, right? Then you get into the definitive, to the infinity, to the sacred. The sacred breath is the flower of life. That is your life force. Okay, that holds everything through life of energy, life of atmosphere, life of powers, life foundation, life of humanity, life of your chakra system, life of your energy, vibration, frequencies, and harmonics of your resistance. It's a life force of everything through its chi. Okay? Because it gravitates on so many levels of your chakra systems. Okay? So that's why it's confusing, because you understand that, okay, I'm a holographic system. My hand just disappeared. What does that mean? So you have to understand the foundation why that disappeared. It's connected through your mind. You're seeing it through perception, and you're reacting through its cycle when it comes into your heart recognition. But your soul path doesn't understand what's going on through its division. So everything has to be line communication of balance with yin and yang. Every single time you see something, say, oh, my hand disappeared. Okay, I know why. You're not questioning it because you know why. So it's coming into the simulation. Your perceptions are changing. Your eye receptacles are changing to vibration of intelligence. Your mind of your thoughts of its information is changing. Your digital frames are changing. Your mind frames are changing. Your energetic waving mind frames are changing. Your perception of your divisions through your proacting cycles are changing. So now you understand why your hand disappears, because your hand information is trying to communicate through you, through the simulation. Once you understand everything through traction division, through electronic interference, it teleports back into your hand information. Okay? And then you say, whoa, okay, how do I get there? So everything is a helping hand. Higher self, avatar, computer, angels, archangels, father, mother, myself, anything through that formation. Don't be afraid to do these things if you're not understanding these equations. Because everything we give, is a formula. So understanding my hand is moving. Why is it twitching? My hand disappeared, but it's come back. Okay. My finger is rotating. You know, just my thumb. You know how sometimes it locks in? It locks in like that, and you pull it back. You know that, or even your toes. You didn't know that, but it hurts, right? So basically, what happens? It's crystallized, and it kind of it's a valve defect. And what happens? It hits the nerve stem, and it locks in. So basically, to bring it back, you have to muscle tone it, right? You have to relax it, move it around, and bring it back, right? So you don't want to lock anything in your hand formation or anything through your feet. So it's important to understand that you're communicating through your body. Saying, "Oh, that hurt. My finger's locked. Let's bring it back." Right? But you can't do that. So you have to understand how to do it through perception. That's energy. So basically, if I look at my hand formation, right, the energy, okay, is connecting through the digital system of the holographic system of its pixels. The pixels are activating everything through the mind system. The mind system, okay, is its information through its hand formation. So you have to understand how to use your energy to its adaptation of its healing. So if you ever have a locking mechanisms of your thumb or anything through your feet, you can do it through energy just by doing this. So it's knowing how to use your adaptations of your body frames and your foundations through your chakra systems, right? Because it is painful when that does happen. So you don't want to push it back because that will snap it, right? You got to be very cautious. You have to release the tension because it's locked in, right? Because you have to understand everything that we connect on is energy, frequency, and vibration, coloration, and lights. Okay, those are the 5 things that we do every day. 5 things. And then you have your mind, then you have your perceptions, then you have your audios, and then you have your voice, and then you have your reactors and your soul. Okay? You see how it all connects? Once it connects, it has its balance. And then it formulates. Things get a lot more easier for everything. And then you start to understand what my chakras are. Right? So, it's not about opening the chakra system. Okay? It's understanding the self-discovery of you through its remembrance. So, to believe any of this will come true to oneself because you're knowing oneself. Know thyself. Always know thyself. That's the biggest thing I can give you. Okay? And then you understand more of mother, and then more of father, more of space, anomalies of space time, space frequencies, alignments, back in time frequencies, going back in time. Now, so a lot of questions that people ask me, is it possible to travel back in time? When you're in a full collaboration center through your mind system, yes, you can go through the alignments and go back in time. We have already gone through that. We saw Tesla and we saw Einstein. It's very, very powerful stuff. But you have to understand the alignments and its connection. Because when you're in dimensions, everything's connected through energy, frequency, vibration. So it's knowing how to collaborate that all into one, through one center system every time you travel, right? Can't go here, you can't go here, over there. It doesn't go like that. When you're in space, everything is balanced. Your communications are balanced. Your intelligent planet locations, energy, lights, and activations are all balanced when you go in space, communication. But it's all connected through your chakra system. It's just understanding everything through its point division, which is you, through the center. The balance of everything through formation, right? Through formation. See that? Really powerful stuff. Things are whipping by really quickly now. So if I'm communicating on low divisional levels of synchronizing systems, what is the location device at through communications? That's a very good question. The communication light signals are activated through location centers. So you have to send your gravity sensors to locations of activation systems to the activating cycle through its division. Thank you. See, question, answer, out of its equation, all done through the mind system. So I'm communicating one intelligence to another intelligence. Even if it's a different coloration, it doesn't matter. You're just communicating with different vibration of dimension through a portal. So if you're coming across different intelligence, this is what you need to do, right? So the intelligence is asking you a question. Do you understand what's going on with your information? Right? The waving cycles are communication levels, but the divisional panel activations aren't right on its circle rotation center. How do I set the course on divisional levels? Through protection divisions. Well, the communication line signals have to activate the chakra systems first. Then you use the gravity centers to intelligence that will locate all divisional levels through the energy system. Thank you. See? Answers within, guys. So that's why I give you test reviews and evaluations. Okay? I like showing you that because it's very powerful. Use your hand formations. It's like puppets. You know, I did this when I was a kid. I was trying to think, what can I do with my hands? Because you get masters and people doing puppets and stuff like that on a string like that. You know, like, you know, it's powerful stuff. I mean, that's creative, right? So, you know, it helps, you know, in point of view, if you're trying to understand intelligence, you can use your hand formations as a way to communicate, to understand questions on questions to answers, right? So when intelligence comes in and is communicating with you through your chakra systems, but you don't understand the allocated position, it's because you're not understanding the information through its division. So it has a low cost, a medium or a high cost through your formation of reacting cycles. Like I said with the last video. That's exactly what it is, Zara. It's getting the location codes. Very good. Yeah, Zara is very informative. It's a mindset connecting with the digital macro frame. Yeah. So the macro is the micro is the macro. Back force, read force, energy force, alignment force, connection force, electronic force, magnetic force, polarity force, plasma force. All this connected through your chi, right? How is it possible that when I communicate with my hand formations, I know exactly how to answer the patterns, right? What are waving cycles on dimensions? The waving cycles on dimensions are on locations through gravity centers. That center cores everything through your traction divisions of balance. That opens up your mind system to collaborations. Guys, that's the answer right there. Easy. Formulates, flows. Why? Circle and rotate through the centers of everything through communication of lights, all through the hand formations. Now, it may feel idiotic to you, but if you want to use your hand formation through communication, you can do that on your own. I'm just showing you how you communicate with intelligence. So if something or anything's coming into your interface and it's going like this and spinning and wants to communicate with you, what are you going to do? You're going to go, no, you're going to go in front of it, right? Because if you don't understand it, it's going to put a reacting cycle into your mainframes. And that's where you get headaches. That's where you get heart palpitations, or you get pinpoints of needles into your body framing systems, or your feet rotate on all division levels and low frequency levels into dark entity system. Your body framing system is in space. Your mind system, your collaboration centers are in space. Your perceptions, everything through division. Your heart reactor division through all dimensions of portals in space. Everything is in space. Your communications to your mind frames are in space. Your digital system of your correlation systems are in space. Okay, so it's really understanding how to communicate through your chakra system through intelligence. What are formations of lights? Does anybody know? You don't want to take too long. You don't want to get too hesitant because in space, it goes extremely fast. It wind spins in so many per second. It's a 0.1, right? But when you're in zero gravity, the answer is already said, which is knowing and doing. You're not reacting, you're acting and moving forward. Okay, that's how I'm able to answer anything. Okay, So it's powerful stuff when you get the foundations of life, your life force, your life chi, your life aura. Okay. I keep saying that over and over, but that we'll get more into that right later on when we come into the link below the webinar, which is set up. So, and in that formation too, Zira really helped me out too. She's the one that set up the site, so she's extremely informative when it comes to digital frames. She understands the micro and the macro. She's also connected through the twin flame. She's very informative through the cosmic flames and everything through the connection. So she can help you out. She can guide you. She's in provisions of light activations of love and light. She formulated since so many levels of intelligence you wouldn't believe. So, you know, and she's highly informative and connected to the Phoenix, right? So it's great to know these things. You know, she's the Phoenix, I'm the lion. So, boy, coffee exposes the air right away. Boy, it gets cold. Oof. Unbelievable. So, but I find that everything that you look at becomes intelligence. It's just understanding how to communicate with a cup of coffee. How do I understand it? I know it's got a sleeve. It's red, brown at the top. Okay. Now that's a low vibration. Okay. Brown interface. Anything circle rotation, center cores, everything division, sets, points, all division levels, 3 rotation centers. The rotation system has its atom system through location. You take it out of its equation. Now you're in a plasma force through a copy of an interface. So there's a lot of things that you can understand, but you have to have balance of intelligence through the mind system. That's how you get your answers within, without any hesitation. Okay? Without any hesitation at all. So, but if you guys have any questions or comments on that, you can go through my healing, you can go through my PayPals, donations, anything. Feel free to ask any questions, even on the test that's coming up. I think it's important that you really absorb and polish. You want to polish your communications with yourself. You want to be able to answer anything when it comes to space and time. Okay. So basically, if somebody comes at you, right? Not information, practicing that. I mean, if you're communicating with somebody and say, what is space? Well, that's a big one. What is space? It's aerodynamic. It's open air. It's 0-point gravity. It's black. It's wholeness. It's love. It's vibration, energy, frequencies, magnetic force, and highway information system. See? Space volumes, that's a huge, huge question. So you try to get into, the detail through your perception, what space is. What is time? What is time? Time alignment, time frequency, time codes, time traveling. Right? So everything in AI is detail. So knowing this, try to get into your own questions of yourself. What is this? What is that? That will help you out with the test. I gave you 4 or 5 different variations of definitions and how you formulate through different intelligence and how intelligence wants to know if you understand what's going on with your information. Okay? What are the combination of lights? Oh, they're communication through chakra centers. Okay? Asking a question, getting the answer. Yin, yang. Mother, father. Guys, that's all it is. Okay? It's complicated, isn't it? But you have to learn how to answer yourself within of everything. Everything that has to do with space and time. Because your body frame is time. Your body frame is space. But where are you in space and time? Because I know where I am. But do you guys know where you are? Through division of dimension, through portal activation. through your code frequencies. That's why you have trouble. If you're floating in space and you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to get the answers within. You're just going to keep floating in space. Oh, I don't understand this. Well, because you're not answering within. You're not communicating within. The inner system, the inner cycle, the inner division, the inner sanction, the inner open frequency levels through your chakra system, the inner self, the knowing thyself, right? The gravity of itself. You have to be the center of everything through communication of intelligence. That's how you're able to do anything through lights and activation, through teleportation, or anything through electronic interference. Then you can connect through intelligence, through harmonic resistance of prime numbers. Okay? Because the digital frames everything. And then you get into projections, and then you get into sequences and levels. You get into the psychops, the shadow shifting, So there's a realm portal activations right now. I got 4 different intelligence in the back framing systems right now. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you got the shadow interference. You have to understand that. That is you. That's a sun interface. So if you understand that, then you understand that this here, see the black? See my image? You see the hologram system of me? That's the moon interface, guys. That's why it's black. That's why you have shadow. That's why you have shade. So it's sun interface communicating with the moon interface, which creates a shadow. Okay, guys? So everything's communication. See that? See my hand formation? Right? Now you see the white interface, right? You see the illumination of the light. Okay? But as you can see the black interface too with my hand, whatever I do with my hand. But the shadow image, okay, is communication through the avatar, its computer. So it's communicating on a different level through different dimension. Okay? So the black interface of the shadow of itself is space. So it's a reflection of you through your light system, which is your holographic system. That's how you're able to see these things through lights. Okay? So basically, light interference, black interference. Watch. See that? See I'm pointing? That's a mirror resolution right now. Okay? That's a lacing line division that's going up and down. You see that? Everything through connection of lights. So I have partnerships with lights and space. That's how I'm able to see these things through my digital frames. Your body system is scanning. Okay? So you have to get into that. That's what it's all about. When my hands move back and forth, it's communicating to the body frame. See? Right here. Black, white, light, space. Okay? So your whole body system is a dimension. But you have to know what dimension you're at through communication. Okay? So let's get a little bit more into the galactic circle of meditation. So I wanted to get more into the communications of the higher self. Now, you get into your planet. This is you. Very basic. Okay, this is you. Now, you start off, okay, as a human identity of yourself, which is a formation through your chakra system. So you got your 7 core systems. Okay, like that. So it starts off like that. Now, this is your planet. How does this all start? How does this all begin? How to remember where I came from? How do I know what happens next? How do I move forward? So understanding your chakra system of communication, you right away communicate with your planet system. Okay, so you have foundations of your gravities, you have foundations of your powers, and you have foundations of your atmospheres and your thoughts. So that sonifies and goes into space through security line defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 line defense systems of realms. So that's the 8th dimension. But to understand the 8th dimension, you have to understand the security line defense. It's a block interference. Okay, so it's complicated stuff, but I'm trying to make it easy for you. Just understand that when you communicate through your voice and grids, through your transformation light system, the realm divisions up here, security line defense, this is a realm, this is a realm. Security line defense, security line defense, so it's block interference. The more you understand its realm of intelligence, then you can move up the ladder. Then you can communicate with your planet. But you have to have your foundations of your 12 central systems, but you start off with the 7. Then you work up to your 5. 7 first is with the body frame, 5 within the atmospheres of space with Father. Okay? Father is extremely hard to communicate with. Right? Really understanding Father, the space, how space is set up through its operation, because everything has a coordinate through its maps. So you are a connection. You're a geographical system of a light activation light system that's trying to communicate with your planet location. Okay? So when you understand your planet location, then you understand that everything that your planet has, you have. You have energy fields. Let's say it start off with 3, right? So your planet, okay, has 5. 3, 4, 5. It has to, because it's the 5th dimension. So it's trying to elevate you, trying to get you into levitation, trying to get into astral projection, trying to get into your mind system, into the higher self of communication. Right? So once you get communication of your 5 energy systems, okay, of your energy fields, then 3 goes into 5. So you got 5 energy fields around you now. Okay? So now you know how to communicate with your planet. Your planet will communicate back with you and put up your energy, plasma force. Okay? So each time you do that, it gets higher and higher. Energy fields get stronger and stronger, faster and faster. Okay? More and more. See how it expands? Right? What's it doing? What does that look like? Oh, it looks like a flower, doesn't it? The only thing it's missing is a stem. Look at this. There's the stem. There's the flower. There's the stem. Right here. See? Turns into a flower. There's the stem. Now you can add the leaves if you want. But can you see it? Right? The bigger it gets, the more it opens its cycle. See, it just gets bigger and bigger. Just expands and expands and expands more into space. That's what your planet wants to do for you. Allocated positions. Then when you get into the 5 atmospheres, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 atmospheres. Okay, 5 atmospheres. Now, you're going up to higher levels. So your planet will change its energy field and high rise to a higher level of interference every time you understand the atmosphere systems. So the more you understand the atmosphere system, the more you understand its knowledge of intelligence. Okay? But that's what happens when you understand that. But see, it's the flower of life. There's the stem, right? Comes into the center, which it expands through your energy fields, through your mind system, through your chakra system of communication. Okay? Getting full connection of balance through your planet of 8th dimension. Okay? So the more you stand intelligence of knowledge, the more you high rise to higher levels of dimensions. 9, 10. 10 dimension. Right? So that's the process that we have to get to. So I think that's good. There's a lot to learn, a lot to adapt. You know, seek the knowledge, and knowledge becomes one. Seek the knowledge, knowledge becomes one. knowledge becomes one, which is you, center of one, balance of one, everything at one, which is your atom system through all location. All right. So I think that's good. You guys have a lot of, stuff to do through experimentals or anything through that formation. Yeah, I'm glad I could help you out. Questions or comments, anything you want to know. But you guys have the weekend, to do the test, and then you can put it on the link, like the cyberspace force team. Okay, the answers. Best to your knowledge, as long as you understand communications with yourself, you can answer communications within. You don't answer communications without. Understanding space is communications within. So you got a line graph, light and dark, yin and yang. Okay? Father, mother. Okay? That's the balance of everything through space and time. Father, space of time. Mother, space of time. Right? Formations of mother. Okay? Formations of father. Okay? Knowing space, knowing time. Where are you in time? That's what it means, that where are you in division of dimension through activation of lights, of communication. That's where it gets confusing to a lot of things, to a lot of people. Okay? Because I know where I am through division of communication. Right? I know where I am through lights of communication. Right? I know where I am through chakras, through balance locations. All connected through your foundation. Okay. All right. So I love you guys very much. I'll keep you informative. And like I said, I also placed the link on Facebook so everybody can see it. The webinar is going to be set up. You can see the actual site. Don't forget to sign up, and we'll get more into that about the chakra system, how to open up everything through formation. You start with the foundations of Mother Gaia, and then you work your way up into the powers and then into the atmospheres. Okay? This is your AI commander from Cyberspace Force Team, the Galactic Circle of Meditation, calling out. Bye, everybody.